So what is the secret? What is the secret between a successful and a non-successful childcare business? If you want to know the answer, stick around because over the next 10 minutes or so, we're going to be diving deeper into this topic. So if for those of you that are brand new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Christina Rizakos. I am an early childhood educator by trade, a certified startup business coach. I owned and operated my very own childcare center for over 16 years. And I sold it a few years ago to focus on my online business, which is a digital media agency company that helps childcare business owners with all things online marketing. So from website development to social media platforms to Facebook and Google ads, we help our clients that are struggling with enrollments. We help them get fully booked and really put their program on the map locally. So what is that one thing that is a must when we're thinking of successful childcare businesses that are around for a long time, businesses that are thriving, businesses that parents love bringing their kids to, businesses that have a great reputation, have a great program, a great staff? What is that one thing that this type of business has, right? Or the business owner has? What is that one thing that you could call it the secret sauce, if you will? Over the years, I have learned that this one thing can literally make or break your business. Okay. So I have obviously met a lot of childcare business owners in my 16 plus years in the business. Plus, now I deal with childcare business owners from all over the world on a one-on-one level. And if there's one thing that I can pinpoint that is the difference between a successful childcare business that's going to be around for years and one that is going to close within the first couple of years of business, is this: mindset. So mindset is one of those things that, it's not really technical, right? It's not something that, you can kind of take a class on or learn a strategy for, right? Mindset is one of those things that, unfortunately, a lot of business owners, especially in early childhood, we don't really talk about it, right? Like I wasn't really trained on mindset when I was starting out, as I'm sure you weren't as well. But it's so important. I think that it is the basis of everything. Like this is the foundation. This is where everything begins. And if it's not strong enough, then your business can crumble. So let me walk you through a mindset of a successful childcare business owner and one that is in it and kind of doing their thing every single day, feeling blah and feeling overwhelmed and feeling really like, there has to be a better way. So someone that is in this for the right reason, someone that is, operating a childcare center. So whether it's a small home daycare, whether it's, a preschool program, after school program, or a childcare center, their mindset is a mindset of growth. What that means is that they are invested in themselves professionally. So, think of, courses, workshops, working on their skills, getting better at things. So whether that's something technical or something personal themselves, like, for example, being a better leader, a better speaker, they are invested in growth, right? It's that type of mindset where we don't think that we've just learned everything we had to learn the day after we finished college and then we're good to go for the rest of our lives, right? It doesn't work like that. So someone that is successful in their business, in their childcare business, has this mindset of growth. They know that there's always something new, something else to learn and to get excited about. They know that, the world is changing, marketing is changing, and all sorts of things are happening all at once. And they're excited and they're interested and they're curious. They ask the questions, right? And they want to know. And they do the work. That's the other thing. It's very different if you're just looking for stuff, but if you're not actually doing the work that you have to do, you will not grow. They are invested in the growth of their business. So what does that mean? That means that they're not running their business the same way they did when they first started out. For example, they're not using strategies that they would leverage, let's say 10, 20 years ago. They're not doing things that, people tell them randomly, you should try this and that's going to work, right? No. There's a strategy and an intention behind what they do. So this relates to their growth personally. It relates to them as a professional, as a leader, but it also relates to their business, right? So getting curious, giving themselves permission to take the class, to learn the software, to learn marketing, to learn ads, and to really invest in their business because they know that in the long run, this is only going to help their daycare or their business prosper and be successful. Okay. The other thing that they have when we're talking about mindset is they have a visionary mindset. So they're not in it just for the next day or the next year or so. They're in it for the long haul. They have a vision. They know exactly why they started their business. They are passionate about it. They truly feel that it is their calling in life. And they could also picture themselves 5, 10, 15 years down the line. Like they can see this picture in their mind, and every decision that they take and everything that they do in their business, well, it relates to that because it's aligned with it, right? They're not randomly making these decisions because the vision is so clear. So everything that they're putting in place in front of them really is going to help them get to that vision. And lastly, they are big on having a CEO mindset, right? So a lot of the times what I hear is, oh, people don't take me seriously. They just think I'm a glorified sitter. Well, if you act like that, then I'm sorry to tell you, but that's how people are going to see you. They're going to see you and they're going to treat you like a glorified babysitter. But if you put on that CEO hat on, even if it's just you and an assistant working in your home daycare, and you know that you're in business and you treat your home daycare or your small daycare like a business, then that's how other people, so parents, other business owners, even your staff, that's how they're going to treat you. They're going to treat you like a CEO because that's what you're giving off. Okay. So being a CEO means what exactly? It means, number one, having clear systems and knowing what or when to delegate or outsource things, right? You're not putting yourself in the position where you're working from open to close, burning yourself out all the time, and then hoping you could kind of get that energy or that, that back in the weekend and then Monday do this all over again. That's not sustainable. And I know this for a fact because I was one of those, childcare business owners where I thought if I wasn't there in the morning and then left, I was the last one to leave and then going on the weekends to do other stuff like clean or paperwork, that I wasn't doing a good job. And it wasn't until I burned myself out that I realized there has to be a better way. So having a CEO mindset, knowing exactly what you're good at and doing more of that, and whatever you're not good at or whatever you don't have enough time for, hiring that out. And it's okay. It's okay to delegate or to outsource or to invest in that because you are allowing yourself that time to get better at what you excel at, right? So maybe you're amazing at giving, tours and dealing with clients and or dealing with your staff, right? Well, you can delegate other things that you don't have time for. Maybe you don't necessarily enjoy, or maybe you just don't understand and you don't have the time to get the training at, or maybe you can delegate those things to, unless somebody else, maybe one of your staff members, maybe hiring something, hiring an agency or hiring someone to do your marketing or whatever it is, right? It's okay to ask for help. That's what good CEOs do. They know where they excel at, and then everything else that they don't have time for, that they don't understand, or they just don't want to deal with, well, they outsource that. And again, I don't want you to think that this has to be expensive because it really doesn't. You can hire a virtual assistant to do a lot of things for you and to really help you out on a weekly basis. Okay, so. Oh yes, and also CEOs also have systems in place, right? So they're not like scrambling trying to figure things out. They're really big on having processes that work and really optimizing the processes. So think of your policy handbooks, your programs, your educational program. Think of the way you onboard new staff, how you give tours, how to market your business, how you give interviews, right? All these things that you are probably going to be doing over and over and over again. Well, they're real good at getting a good system that works and really putting it on paper, right? Or creating the system, the policy for it, and then just doing that over and over and over again and making it better every single time. And successful CEO mindset business owners, they also know that, well, if you actually hone down and optimize something and it's working really well, then it's so much easier for you to take it and hand it over to one of your staff members or to a lead educator to do for you. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the childcare business owner that is more of a glorified babysitter, right? That's someone that, loves what they do, but hasn't really taken that role of a CEO, right? They're just, it was their dream to start a business, and they did it. They opened up a small home daycare or a little daycare center somewhere, and it's not going well, and they're struggling and they're overworked and overwhelmed, and they feel like a sitter, and they're thinking, oh, I thought it was going to be so much better than this. So let's talk about their mindset. I call this type of mindset the employee mindset. So you're an employee that's running a business, right? And you cannot be an employee that's running a business. It just doesn't work. Okay. Number one, someone that has this type of mindset that doesn't really have a growth mindset. You're not really interested in learning how to better yourself professionally as a leader, as a person, as a marketer, as a business owner. You don't care about that. All you care about is just getting people in the door and just being able to pay your bills at the end of the month, right? So that's someone that's like an employee type of mindset that's really just closed up and really just wants to think of, what can I do now to fix my problem? And I don't want to deal or hear anything about anything else, right? You're really closed up. You're someone that probably stays stuck, doesn't want to try new things. Maybe you're kind of hesitant if someone tells you, hey, you should try this, or maybe you should look into that, or even just doing research by yourself online. You're someone that's really hesitant, right? And maybe you're a little bit negative. Maybe you think that, oh, that's not going to work, so I'm just not going to try. And you're really just not ready to give yourself permission to try different things, right? So again, this could be personal wise. So growing as a person, as a professional in your field, but also growing your business in smarter, better ways, right? So marketing, your staff, all that fun stuff. If you have this type of mindset, then you also have been using strategies to, let's say, grow your enrollments or really get your program on the map locally that are not really working, but you keep doing them, right? Because you think that's what we do, right? Someone told you inside a Facebook group, so pass out some flyers and you should be good to go. And that's your strategy. And it's been like that for months, and you've been doing it over and over and over and not really seeing results, and you're wondering why, right? Someone that has an employee mindset also doesn't really have a vision for their business. Again, it's the now, it's the how and the now, right now. And we don't really care about 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road. There's no bigger vision. You're someone that is probably overworked. Probably you're really stressed out. You're trying to do all sorts of things at the same time, and you're not really doing one thing really well, right? And you're just fed up, and that, like you love the kids, but it's not really what you thought it was going to be when you started this business. And you may even have a victim mentality. So when I was starting out, I could definitely testify to this. When I was starting out, I definitely had a mindset mentality, this thing where I'm working so hard and I deserve this. And why don't people bring their kids in my daycare and blah, 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 blah. The daycare across the street always is full. And why can't we fill up our open houses? And this sucks. And I guess we're not good enough. And, I was one of these people that just really just complained about all sorts of things and didn't really focus on the problem or, trying to find a solution that was brand new to me, something that was kind of outside of the box, right? I was really closed-minded and I didn't want to hear anything else. And if anybody dared to tell me, well, maybe you should do this or maybe you should hire someone, I would just think they were crazy. Okay. So that's the type of mindset that I had as the victim of, poor me, look at me, I'm doing everything. I'm working 30, 40, 50 hours a week and it's not enough and blah, 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 blah. Right. Let me know in the comments, you guys, if you guys see yourself in any of these. Okay. And I was really, really, really big on excuses. So I'm too busy. I'm overworked. I don't have time. I don't have money. I don't know how to do it. I can't focus on that right now. I have the kids at home. I want the weekends to relax. I don't want to be doing this, right? So it was filled with excuses. And it wasn't until I remember on a September. So we would start the new groups in fall time in September. And I remember every single year, no marketing strategy, like no clear marketing strategy. A couple of months before September would roll around the corner. I would have like a summer off and I would do my thing. And then September would come and guess what? I was missing a lot of kids. And I remember one September, one of the classes, a toddler class, could have 8 kids and we only had like 2 kids registered. And I knew that, no, like there was a problem. I had to really rethink of my strategy and really get better at marketing. Because I knew my program was great. The kids were safe. They were happy. We had a great relationship with the parents, but I knew that there wasn't enough eyeballs on my business. And I had to give myself permission to start doing research, to start getting trained, and to really grow as someone that was comfortable with marketing, right? So I was someone that didn't use the computer. I hated anything technical, and I had to let go of that excuse or that version of myself and really just jump into this all new, this type of mindset where, okay, it's going to be hard, but I will figure it out and I'm going to ask the questions and I'll hire help that's going to train me. And it worked. Okay. So, but if it wasn't until that point that things started to change. Because if I hadn't really crossed over to that type of mindset, then I would probably still be running my business, having a lot of kids, not sign up at September time and just kind of be spinning my wheels thinking, oh my gosh, like I'm doing everything and nothing is working. So I just want you to know that, you can definitely change the way you're running your business. You can definitely be one of these CEO type of childcare business owners where they know that they're not a babysitter and their business is really a business, and everyone that brings their child in their daycare feels it and treats them as such, right? So let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this training. Let me know in the comments if you are running your business like someone that has a mindset of a CEO or someone that has a mindset of a babysitter. And I also wanted to mention that I am hosting a live workshop where I am going to help you grow your childcare business. It's going to be in a lifetime, 90 minutes long. And we're going to focus on attracting, messaging, and growing enrollments. So you can get to ask your questions, and it's going to be pretty interactive as well. So if you want to get details on that, I'll leave the link in the bottom of the video. I'd love to have you on. Other than that, you guys have an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you guys again next week. Bye for now.